Yeah, for me, I mean, the Yasuo, there's so much variance in any Yasuo play, right? Plus, you know, every time we've seen one of these guys take a champion that does like to build tier, there have been a lot of questions around that. I like Xpeke's, you know, solution with the Catalyst as well, you know, with the rework passive there, gaining health for burning mana, and then, oh, you're laughing at the runes already?
Yep. They're scaling health on Impact. He's running health at level 18, so he's running scaling health yellows. I think that must have been a misclick.
Well, they break even at level 6, so if he's planning on farming that late.
Yeah, okay, but that's before the items kick in. Just quick, if you're a Yasuo 1v1 main, you want to run 18-0-12 according to Impact, and that's in line with what we've seen before, you know, offense plus warlords, and then obviously valuing the defensive options in that resolve tree.
Peke breaking the Yasuo shield there with the auto, then going back in for a little bit of an extra trade.
Yeah.
Impact, though, coming out ahead.
I definitely want to position as aggressively as you can to start whacking at that wave, because Xpeke has AoE, but Yasuo wants that level 2 power spike.
Also, you want to start trading with Xpeke as early as possible, right?
Yeah.
His level 1 E doesn't do much damage at all and a huge mana cost, so the efficiency builds up for these spellcasters, whereas right off the bat, you know, Yasuo doesn't have to burn anything to go for those trades.
Yep, he just spams his Qs over and over, gets that focus up as well. Xpeke, we saw yesterday in the Cassio matches as well, you will run out of mana when you try to all-in early. So Cassiopeia is a champion in 1v1 that kind of spikes at 6 at the least once you have some items and some mana available.
Yeah, I mean, just relying on Doran's rings and the execute there for the mana regen has been the plan. You know, he rushes back to get an early Doran's for his first purchase and then straight into something like that Catalyst or maybe the tier.
Impact dodging some of the damage that he's trying to, getting close to Xpeke here. Xpeke missed some CS early on, but he's definitely looking for heavier trades.
Yeah.
He's the moment where they
Whoa, they're all in!
Xpeke's low, late ignite from Impact. Impact down though!
Absolutely. Whenever I see Uzi, I'm looking for outplay potential with his champion, and with Callista, king of 80 carries, definitely a chance here for the LeBlanc. Always a chance for LeBlanc players. And let's check in on those runes. Is he going super offensive LeBlanc, or is he trying to, you know,
I started with Uzi, and Uzi's only running like 6.7 MR, so he's only spending half of his glyphs on magic resistance, but he's specking heavily into attack speed. He's running 24% attack speed, so again, he will likely be maxing that Ren then, just getting as many stacks as he can to take control of the wave. There's also a lifesteal Quint on the side of Uzi.
So the one thing you can kind of say about the LeBlanc rework, right? You know, obviously it's been great and she's still super powerful, but it does take a little bit more time. So Uzi trying to squeeze in as much attack speed as possible for a chase down possibly. You know, as Levi's trying to back off a little bit for the secondary engage there, but I would definitely go full blue MR runes at least for the efficiency of them.
I definitely think so. Levi's, he wanted some magic pen on his reds, but then he switched over to like 6 AD just to help him last it. Just a little bit of help, you know. Sometimes it gets really, really pressured. But he lost it against Uzi.
Yeah, you say just for that, but it also helps out a lot with, there's a lot of auto trading going on as well. I mean, he's gone pretty much even in health with the early auto trades, even though Uzi obviously has the minion wave control here and pushing into turret to try and deny.
There's also that potion that he can still pop, 2 potions versus 1 with the biscuits. Levy probably running a Thunderlord, just going to confirm that for you guys. He has 0, 18, 12, so everybody's side-specking in the resolve tree. This is not a Ferocity LeBlanc at all, so it's cutting 18 and then 12 in resolve.
Yeah, there are just so many high-value, low-tier masteries in there. The flat health is amazing. That being said, Runic Armor, you know, in longer things is a lot better, but so many health regen masteries as well.
Yeah, you got the
resolve
Perseverance that was pointed out by, or Perseverance, whatever you pronounce it.
I'll let you pronounce it however you want.
In Europe, we say it Perseverance.
So like Americans that make fun of people's accents is just ridiculous to me, because almost all Americans only speak one language, and just the mere fact that you speak multiple languages, I really have no say in, you know, criticizing anything there.
Yeah, apart from that, it's my job to speak this language. Anyways, Levi dashing in for the relic, so that's a really good trade here. He denies Uzi the leap as he wants to pick up the relic. Uzi still has the push though.
All right, yeah, let's get back to this game. We're so focused on the mastery choices for these guys because it is so important, especially in the early levels. But you know, Uzi is stacking up quite nicely here on the Callista. Has a very good CS lead. But again, we talk about every time there's a mage picked, it's mostly about the all-in kill that they're looking for on the 80 carries.
But we're looking at some lack of experience in last inning here from Levi. He lost about 6 creeps right there under the turret because in 1v1s, this turret deals different damages, so he leaves the range creeps on a sliver of health that you need to blast it after, and it takes the melee creeps down in kind of 2 shots, so you need to heavy prep the melee and not touch the ranged ones, and that's where Livy is failing just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? If you are waiting for that level 6, it will end up mattering if you don't have enough gold for that extra Doran or for that extra small item that's going to help you in the all-in. Looks like he was just trying to bait a summoner there, you know, fake an all-in or something, but...
I think he just really wanted to CS before the base, and he was willing to take a bad trade.
Yeah.
It's on the cannon wave. It's always the best time to base, especially versus like kind of carry that can't do any AoE clear like Uzi right here. He's like manually taking them down 1 by 1, and then the cannon will enter the turret range, making it so that you lose at most 2 or 3 CS.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, it does take not too long to get back to this wave. You know, it's even shorter than mid lane or something.
Yep.
But what he did give up there with that back is the relic spawn. And so there is going to be not only minion wave advantage and a lot of CS advantage for Uzi, but also the extra relic on his side, as Levi could right now run and try and rush to pick that up before Uzi gets back. But concentrating on the minions, you know, needs that tiny bit of extra gold.
Yeah, but he still messed up the CS there too. Like uncontested creeps being dropped there. It's going to be hard for him to seemingly lost it just with autos, and he's wasting a lot of mana, honestly, on farming.
And the other thing to me is that if you're going with a mage and you're going with a kill strategy, that's the time when you buy offensive items, right? You buy cloth armors if you're going to try and grind it out. If you're going to try and, you know, get CS leads, if you're going to go for those trades over time, whereas really I would think he would just want as much power for the all-in as possible.
He is close to 6, but not close enough here.
Not going to fool Uzi with that distortion. Throws it right back at the original spot. And he has this game in a very comfortable position.
Yeah, we're approaching level 6. That's obviously where Kalista falls off because he doesn't have a support to throw in versus the value that Levi gets from his ultimate. But he's so far behind here. Uzi has to play the CS game. I wonder if he's going to get sucked in an all-in that he will lose. He has the right summoner spells in the barrier and exhaust. Very predictable damage as well from the LeBlanc. So try to carry over there. Spears ended up in the back creep.
Yeah, I mean...
Plus minions, this is really good for Uzi.
Does shatter, still has spears in him.
Does exhaust that barrier.
This is gonna be it. Uzi on the chase! Ooh, they disengage, all summoners blown. That's actually good for the LeBlanc, in my opinion here. I think that it is gonna provide a lot more threat. Let's see what he does with it too. The minions aren't gonna be frozen, so he has no chance at, you know, denying and trying to use that brush, but we'll see what he gets on the next back. I definitely do not advise him going more defensive. He needs more power.
That was tricky from Uzi, because I feel like he had rend stacks in his opponent. He could have popped it, but I felt he needed like a proxy creep to make that one happen.
Yeah, not quite sure, you know, did he use it super early on to try and clear out that last minion? I'll keep the mouse over him right now to make sure we have the cooldowns for the actual all-in.
But I think you don't get spears in the enemy creeps if it's on cooldown. I don't think the new rend stacks.
Yeah, I think you're right.
On cooldown, so he had definitely, but he was just out of range, I think. Wow, really good carry over there, double spear. But he's always looking for the reset. He never wants his rend to get on cooldown, I think.
Yeah, and we still have a decent amount of time, right? The CS cap will be 100. So only at 58 right now for Uzi. Levi doesn't have to panic or anything.
Yeah.
It's not just about being level 6 and looking for the all-in. It's so much about the setup as well, because the minions really matter in these.
Yeah, especially if you're tanking cannon creep damage right here. But you see Uzi is progressively getting more scared, playing backwards in the lane. He's about 40 creeps to go, which gives ample opportunity for the LeBlanc to hit like level 9 and go for an all-in again, especially now that these barrier and exhaust is on cooldown. I think the momentum's shifting towards Levi. Not if he does that, though.
Yeah. Also got a pretty good exit trade there as the shatter carried over. So he's feeling okay about the situation, but Kalista CS is pretty decently under turret. We'll see how much pressure a LeBlanc can apply under there. Because Uzi is, you know, inching closer and closer towards that threshold.
Yeah, it's the ideal location to play against LeBlanc. She will take damage from the turret if she gets too close, but if he has to use too much mana on CSing here under the turret, Uzi's going to lose his all-in potential. That's a good reset here.
Really nice. Got the extra rend damage on Levi, even though he was out of range because of the minion for the activation. And man, with this Vamp Scepter plus a bunch of potions for Uzi, there's no way he loses out in the sustain wars.
But he is capped in the all-in because he did not go for null magic mantle. Obviously, 100 to 0, LeBlanc will still get him. We're approaching the second rotation here for summer spells. That should be good for Uzi then again.
Yeah. And you know, we talk about the extra time that Levi had. every wave counting against him. A couple of misses there.
Ooh. He W'd in place then, right? I think that's what happened for Levi right there. Trying to get to the relic, but minor mishaps, honestly. Couple CS dropped in the early game, couple bad trades.
For me, LeBlanc gonna need to recall around 80 CS for Uzi because you're not gonna have enough time. You need to get as much power as possible to be able to set it up so that he's not next to his turret and just have as much AP as you can possibly go for. Because Uzi right now,
he's going to go over to 100 CS win. What's going to happen here is that it'll push in the wave, just like you're saying. We're basing for power on the side of Team Fire, but the problem is Uzi can bounce this wave.
Yep.
This wave will probably naturally bounce unless it gets cleared out very quickly towards Uzi. He can stall, give 20 CS to Levi, but then get the remaining 16 CS he needs to get. And he finished with the head.
Oh, I think it's actually over now.
Wait, wait, hype this matchup.
It's well, I mean, it's so tragic, right? We talk about the AD carry, going the defensive masteries is the most reliable way to, gain an advantage in 1 versus 1. And that kind of is the strategy. There are so much more exciting windows for the other champions, though. So everyone kind of roots for the underdogs and against the AD carries in this mode.
Just want to see some blood. So many people die.
Exactly.
All right, we need to see Levi follow his positioning because he is looking for an all-in, but these spears are starting to deal damage. Remember, Kalista doesn't skill anything in W or R. It's just Q and E, and that's why you see these abilities deal so much damage compared to what you're used to. She doesn't lose any points during it. Good prediction by Uzi. He made it go all in because he has exhaust, barrier, and the Hex Drinker. Uzi is in complete control right now.
Definitely not looking good for Levi. He's got to just...
he knows.
Yeah, there's actually... You don't want to call it over because a miracle could happen, Crepo. I mean,
somebody can start taking the turret.
Uzi, yeah, exactly. You don't expect Uzi to make huge mistakes, but technically possible. 9 more CS, 8 more CS, and he's gonna have it.
I want to see Uzi go for the all-in on 99 CS.
Yeah.
Just because he can.
Double Lift definitely did that last year a couple times, and he was 1 auto away from losing it, even though he had a guaranteed win on CS. But definitely worth it.
That's how he lost this year as well. He went for it. Levi going in again. Chain does not connect. He is super low. There's the exit bounce, but 6 more creeps. I don't think Levi has the time to base right now.
Yeah. I mean, unlucky. That's the other thing I love most about the 1v1 tournament. This is not a mode the pros come into the event practicing. So they don't know, obviously, the best thing, but all right, let's see about the all-in here. Uzi, 2 more CS, he can go for it, or try and finish.
That's it.
There it is, there's your champion.
You blind pick the Kled, 35 seconds remaining, having blind faith that Karsa will do the same.
I gotta say, if you're gonna have all of your hopes for a whole team on one player, it's pretty good.
Get some forest snacks out there.
Let's see, do they even have the same skins? We'll be able to tell them apart here.
All right, so there's a Q start on Karsa. Let's see if Smeb has the same. I imagine. I don't think you're going to start anything else here.
Yeah, this is the one game I was distracted from the last one. Didn't jump into it.
That's fine.
So we'll just be spectators.
All right, real quick for everybody at home, before the mayhem goes loose, we have really big investment on flat health on the side of Karsa. He is running 100 flat health, 6.3 armor, and then 13 physical damage. He is running 12-0-18, surprisingly. He's playing Grasp Kled here, so that's a very, very defensive Karsa with a mix in ferocity. Quickly going over to Smeb. His masteries are the same, so these guys are definitely Kled pros.
Perfect. And
runes, ooh, vastly different here for Smeb. He's running all attack speed, armor, and physical damage, no flat health.
Interesting, yeah. So, flat health is better for the all-ins, but if you're going to grind it out from long trades, the armor is going to provide a lot more value, a lot more effective health over the course of a longer match.
Doesn't the flat health go to your main character, not the Skarl, the actual Kled part?
Everything goes to Skarl.
Okay, everything goes to Skarl.
Right. So if you can jump off him, then get back on him,
then it's more valuable. Then you get the multi-value.
Uh-oh, here we go. Locked into level 1 combat. Does get the grasp trade.
Oh, it's so hard to see what HP these guys are on.
All right, we got some skill here, weaving those, what is it, bear trap on a rope through the minions.
We're not playing by place, we're just calling Q.
We didn't get into the game. We can't cheat like normal.
Yeah, normally it's like he's using his hover.
Let's go with Golden Chicken versus, they're all in here. Is he going to exchange? Another grasp there for Smeb, and actually the grasp is really working out for him. Does have control of the minion wave as well.
I tried to look up the skills, and my browser's in German. So.
Say it in German then. I'll accept that answer.
Bärenfahrer am Style is what he has, so he's actually a bear trap on a rope.
Okay.
And then we're not gonna go for the next one. This is hard mode casting right here.
Smeb has actually been the first one to demount his opponent, and Carso's gonna have to charge that loyalty back up to earn his
strategy here, but Carso going down so low. He was so close to hopping back on Skarl and turning it all around. It is a strategy, but Smeb just goes in and wrecks him.
First one with Mata. I mean, Mata already took down Faker. He's just adding all these trophies to his.
From Maple. We'll need to judge his Yasuo skills, but he is one of the more mechanically gifted mid laners in the world, so it's definitely possible.
And that's what All Stars is all about, being bold. Well, what are you playing a 1v1 for if you're a mid laner and you're scared to challenge the support player in a Yasuo 1v1? I mean, come on, you gotta be able to put up here.
This is interesting. Maple's running Grasp Yasuo, 1% crit as well, attack speed, health, and very heavy on armor. So he's playing tank Yasuo against Mata.
The armor quints are actually some of the most efficient runes in the entire game. Huge value from those, and that is what Maple is getting the extra armor from.
Mata's running magic resist.
Again. He does not care. He's got a Yasuo page. He's had success with it before, so, you know, it must be a good page.
And he's playing Warlord. So we're looking at Grasp again, guys, on the side of Maple. Very focused in the armor department, but doesn't dish out as much damage with the attack speed either.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we have Mata, who's running Warlords and magic-resistant glyphs. That's about the action.
That's the thing, right? I have this thing where I usually will look up the highest-rated players on Korean solo queue to try and copy runes and masteries from them. But sometimes they're just really good players, right? Just because they're the top of the solo queue doesn't mean they've theory crafted the best masteries. He's just way better than me.
Yep.
And they actually, copying them can be a detriment.
All right, but let's see how their play actually does here. Maple, slight push. I wonder if, I guess the Grasp proc, and this is where Mata finds out that he's playing against a whole different beast of Yasuo, and he will likely feel the laning pressure here.
Yeah, and it does, you know, kind of change the way you want to trade, right? Because there is the cooldown on Grasp, whereas Warlords, you're always going to be able to, you know, hit and get effectiveness out of it. So Maple wants to go in for those and work around that timing. Does have control of the minion wave and pushing Mata in early here.
Yeah, misses one CS, did sidestep the Q, and these minions are kind of over-prepped, so that's a good solution. Get the second one down, and then when the first one goes low, double AoE.
Yeah, he's only down 2, and most of his games have ended in all-ins anyway. Didn't get very far as the CS.
Really want to stack that shield up. Good trade here, and out by Maple. Super satisfying to watch them just slide from one minion to the other. Always leave yourself an exit creep if you play the Yasuo.
Yasuo is definitely one of the beautiful champions.
Oh, look what they're doing, look what they're doing. Maple does not want to step backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he does, if he steps forwards, Mata's going to use him as a vessel to get to the relic. So that's why they're kind of both stepping away from the relic.
That's the first thing you look for as a jungler, like ganking a Yasuo. You don't want to go behind him because then you give him a free E route out.
Perpendicular is what you want to do.
Exactly. Maple, though, I mean, he's got a good amount of control. We're going to need some of that Mata magic for some sort of surprise kill here.
You can maybe do it at level 6. Yasuo's ulti is an armor pen effect that takes place after he hits it. Obviously, much more efficient for armor the enemy has.
CS courtesy of a support main here.
I mean, he's never gone past level 3 on this champion. He's never. This is a whole new world for Mata.
Well, potion chugging right now, so may decide to finish this one before he has to deal with the extra one.
Let's see, good exhaust by Maple as well.
Maple's in there!
He has a Grasp pocket so hard. Nice sidestep. Mata is low.
Nowhere to go!
Yeah, beautifully played by Maple from start to finish in control. Superior rune set as well. Takes down Mata on his own.
Style, folks. That's what we're talking about. I love it.
I love the conclusion of this.